Lastly, integration with other Power Platform tools, that would be easier. In an environment, you can have separated tools like Power Apps. So in a Power Apps and Power Platform, you can create for a specific environment, and then it will be easier to migrate a different one. So in that, we can do that in a compact way. So we will show in details in our demo session. So there are several types of environment. There is the photo or images where we can see that how to the fields to create a new environment, right? So if you can see in the third position, there is a types, and there are a couple of types it has showing here, which we will also showing that default environment. So default environment basically comes with every license, and if you are even having that 6 month free license period, that also coming with a different environment, and for every user there will be a different default environment. And the next is when you're creating, so the first option will be developer environment. So with a developer license, you will also have this default and developer environment, and with other professional licensing, developer environment will be coming with them. So the next is the production environment. So in the production environment, it will come with a specific licensing. The feature for this production environment is you have the accessibility to change or managing the database or databases. Right, if you can see in the first position here is saying the create a database for the environment, right? So that is only comes when we are selecting production or sandbox. As we are saying sandbox environment, sandbox is something like an environment which will be self-sufficient. All the database should be created there, the databases, every other components which are connected to this. So we can migrate or share this with in a different organization or tenant very seamlessly, right? So last is the trial environment for a person who is having doesn't have a proper license. They can have a 30 days trial, and with the trial environment, they can have all the accessibility in that. But after 30 days, it doesn't have buy any professional license. It will be deleted. All the data inside also. So there are the environments. We'll also discuss them in the demos. So next is the solutions. So Microsoft have introduced solutions after environment. It introducing. So it is happened in 2018. So a solution is something like a compact container, you can say. So it was introduced to implementing application lifecycle management (ALM), and here in the solutions you can make a container where you can have multiple applications like Power Apps, Power Automate, uh, other like chat, or even the database also. So for one solution, we can segregate in a specific environment. There can be multiple solutions, right? So one solution, let's say we have a leave application. For that, we have one Power Apps, two Power Automate, and other things. So there we can dump them in an encapsulated way in a single solution. So we can move them easily, right? And that would be we can also manage the permission in between them. So what are the types of solutions, right? So there are basically two types of solutions based on the deployment privilege. So one is the unmanaged solution, and second one is the managed solution. So basically we create the unmanaged solution by default when we are developing, because unmanaged solution is some solutions where you can edit something, or which is editable, right? Sorry. So this editable solution, you can have edit access in every application, your environment variable also, and everything. And this is usable for our development environment, right, on the building period. And second one is managed solution. You cannot create a from the scratch managed solution. When you are going to deploy it, you have to export the solution. So that time you have to select this managed or unmanaged property. So if you select as a managed solution and if you deploy that like we deploy in the production if in this way, then it will be an non-editable, because in managed solution it is suggested that you cannot edit anything. For production environment, managed solution is the good thing, because there you don't need to directly edit there. So yeah, this will help you to managing your production, and no one can uh, change anything there, right? So yeah, let's go to the demo. So as we are going in our demo session, um, so here I have a specific developer license my and so I am come in that make.powerautomate.com. So I am currently in a default environment as we are previously discussing, right? So here I have this default environment, and I have already created for my demo purpose and dev environment, which is coming with my license. So for seeing or creating a new environment, you have to have the access in your tenant as an admin, right? So there is to do go there, you can select the settings and select this admin center. So it will come with the admin center, or you can directly come with this admin.powerplatform.microsoft.com. So it will come something like this way. uh, Anyway, it is coming in the loading. So in the left side you can see there are different options provided, but we need the environments, right? So let's go to the environment. So here all the environment under this tenant will be coming up. So I have basically two environment right now, which uh, one is the default environment and another one is dev environment. So you can see that I have created different URL for me. So default environment URL is something garbage with or 05 something dot crm5, and this default environment I have provided my name as tamid.crm5. So if we want to create a environment for us, how do we do that? Let's click on the new. Here we can, let's say, put the name prod, and as I'm from the Asia region, so it will be default here. That's no, and type. So as per my licensing, I cannot create other things. I can only create the developer. And for developer license under developer things, you have to obviously create the database, and this is the free thing. But if you have the proper license, you can create the production or sandbox. For both of them, you have the opportunity to create or not create database, and it will you have to pay and as is as you go, or have the specific license. So let's go with the developer license, right? So this is the demo, and let's go next. So it is selecting your language, which is and next is the URL. So we previously showing what would be the this is the specific URL. Before that, you can put some prefix here. So let's say prod, right? Prod, and this is BDT. So deploy some sample apps and data. That's fine. It will give us some sample applications there. So I have put it save mode. So it will try to create an environment for me, dev, and after creation it will give a message. In the meantime, I have created one environment as a dev environment. Let us explore that. So I am going there. So here, this developer environment, we see the all the information here, right? We can delete the things from audit logs and other things. Audit logs can be come here also. You can have resources from whatever you are creating in this environment. There is a database I have already created, and other sorry. So other information which can be come here. You can also delete, see the history and other things. So Hopefully our environment has been created. Let's refresh. And here if we come again, our no, it is not created. So what is the difference from this dev environment I have? Let's go to our dev environment. Okay, prod has been created. So refresh this one also. Okay, you can see now all the environments I have access. I can see here. So this is the prod environment which is just created. We are selecting this one. So we can see what are the information it is coming with. So as this is the newly created environment, we doesn't have anything here, right? So it is blank. So now coming with the solutions, we can create solutions inside the environment as we are discussing that this will encapsulate our applications in a specific container which will help us. So we will create one solution in here which we can show. So we have selected the solutions from the left side. If you have the permission to create environment, the solution will come automatically. These are sample out of the box solutions which is provided by Microsoft. You can check them for your help or other things. So we want to create one for our own. Let's say demo prod. So that is the display name publisher. Publisher is basically uh, uh, used to identify your applications in while you're saying maybe you are using database or database. So in the tables, whatever the selected prefix will be there. So if I want to create a new one, I will go there. Let's say prod prefix will be prod, right? And we'll save. So here now, if I select, I can get the prod publisher. So all the applications or database I have got that will have the peer data prod prefix with them. So this is the first thing. So this is the 1.0 environment. So let's create the solution, right? So this is an unmanaged solution, right? We are creating it though we need to create it as a demo purpose. We are creating this. So here, this is the solution. This is a container where you can uh, build your applications, all the applications in this capsule. Then we can migrate it or move it easily, right? So what we can create here, we can create all the Power Automate features here. So let's create one automate instant automate, right? So before doing that, uh, let me open one thing. I have already created something, so I can show you that. Then we can create by our own. So this is the dev environment, right? And in the solution, I have already created one solution. So this is the demo solution which I have created basically 2 days ago for this demo purpose. So if I go there, you see this is the solution here. So this is basically a managed solution. I have deployed or imported it from a different environment here. And when I was adding that, this is a managed one. So we cannot edit anything. So what we will do today, we will create another solution in our production, and we will just deploy that in here. Okay. So here, let's do the different way. create a solution again. Let's we have the demo. Dev demo. I have a population demo purpose. Okay. So let's create that. And we don't need that. We'll deploy this in production. Okay. So that will show us how to deploy also. That will be easier. So here this is the new solution. So here we can also create the environment variables which will help us. So in my blog you can get details why environment variable is needed. But in a short we can say that it is the help to manage the application, right? What don't need to change the data source each and every portion or something like that. So for the adding environment variable here. So as a data source, I am adding a SharePoint as a data source. So if we add, here is my one SharePoint site, I'll use it as a data source. Okay. So let's copy the SharePoint site URL. So SP site, my SP site. All right. RMD. Okay. Here we are selecting what type of data source is this. This is a data source, right? Whatever variable. We can also have JSON, test, yes, no, this type of variables. Yeah. So connector will be SharePoint. And we can also, before doing that, we can also create some connectors. We already have them, but I have already created one connector with this one current account. So here we are parameter is the site. Let's create one connector for ourselves also. That will also help. For CS, let's connection reference. Okay. Test connector. We are using as a test connector, right? For demo. What will be the connector? We want to connect with the SharePoint. So SharePoint. What is SharePoint? This is SharePoint. Okay. So here it has a default selected my current logged in account, so it will be as a connector will be used. So let's create the connector. Okay. So we will use this connector to contact with the SharePoint data source for our application. So we have already have the connector. Next we will have again so our variables. So environment variable we will have the SP site variable for R&D. So that would be data source, SharePoint, connection is fine, site, new value. Thank you. Next we need this list we will have, which is demo list. Okay. So this demo list we will add some value from our flow. Okay. So we will have one environment variable for this list. So again an environment variable. The name is the demo, right? So demo list. Again data source, connection is SharePoint, and this time it's a list. Select the site. We have created already our SP site R&D. So SP site R&D we are selecting. New list value. Here we can select all the lists coming. So we are having a demo list. So one thing to add here, let's save it. Okay, name is the same. I have a different environment variable in this solution with the same um, name of this environment variable, so that's why it was giving an error. So we can also use environment variable which is from the same environment. In all the solution this is accessible, as I have an admin access, so I can access all this. Other than that, if we have a separate access for a different solutions, that would be an issue. Anyway, so now we go with our Power Automate, right? So which is cloud and instant automate we want to create. So let's go there. So test flow, manual trigger, create. Now it will bring up. Okay. So next, first of all, we can see. Yeah. So now we want to create an item in our list, right? Create item. Create item, not sure, but so previously when we are not using the environment variable, what we are doing, we have put it the selected here directly. So that is not ideal, because if you see we want to deploy it, change the data source. Let's say for you are using SharePoint, so you are using SharePoint as a stage and development, right? So when you have the same tenant in the SharePoint, basically we are using same tenant with a different site collection for stage, dev, and production. So you want to change this URL, you want to migrate from dev to production or something like that. So that time, if you are putting the single liner site address and list names, you have to go there and change again everyone. That is not an ideal scenario, right? So what we will do, we will put here and we will select our site name, which is SP site ID, right? So select that, and here also it will directly coming the list name. We will not do that, and we will go there our custom values, and in dynamic contents it is showing us all the environment variables. So we have just created the demo list one, right? So we have selected our value. So even if you have created this with an environment variable, but as a data source, it will extracting all the fields. So here it will you will get the same feelings when you are developing, right? So let's say here test demo T5th to 2023 DOB. That's the same thing. Passwords, what is low? Extracting the active test, that is test, mail test. So let's save it. Okay. So what happened if we create multiple create actions and other actions? Normally we provide this URL and list name directly. So here with the environment variables is handy. Now let's run this thing, right? Okay, done. So the flow ran successfully. It should create one item here. Okay, also done. So it is working fine. So whatever we have done in the developer environment, right? Now we will see why we have created this solution and environment things what we are discussing in the slide. Now we will do, we'll go back to the slide, solution screen. So we just created this one, right? So what we'll do, we will export this one and deploy it in our production environment. How to do that? So first select export. So before doing anything, you have to publish all the things from your environment. Okay, publish. It will take a couple of minutes. So in the meantime, what I wanted to discuss, like in the best case scenario, the site address or the data source name would be the same. So whenever we want to migrate from one environment to another, we can drop the value of the environment variable. That is the best practice. But for now, for time crunch, we are not doing that. We are just going with the same value, right? So after publishing, next. So this is the first smaller version. Here we discussed that managed and unmanaged. So as we are going with the managed, because this is going for a production environment and we cannot edit it. Okay. In some case, we can edit which won't be the part of the solution, that will be for only Power Automates. But for Power Apps, it won't be possible to edit in the managed solution. So we are going with the managed one. Okay. So export. So it will take time to having that export. So what I was discussing, in the best case scenario, in the production, what we do, we have this connection and these two environment variable. So their value we can drop off. Just we can select it, edit, and here you can delete it from this environment. Okay. So after that, you can export it. That way, when you will export it in a different environment, it will want your the newer data sources and other things. But for now, those are good. So it has been exported. Now we can download it. Okay, it has been downloaded. Great. So okay. Now we will move in our production environment. Here. So here we want to import the solution. Okay. So let's browse. In our download, this is the zip file we downloaded, right? So it has been selected. Next. What is the issue? Okay, we have done fault. So what is that? So if we go back our dev thing, we have created the connection, but we have not used that. So the default connector is there, so we need to drop that first to before exporting. So that's one thing we also need to be concerned about, right? So let's go our flow. So if you see in the connection, there is a connection has been added which is not part of the our solution, right? but we are exporting this one, so it cannot find this thing. So we need to change this with our uh, test connector, right? So this new connector we need to integrate here. Here we need to select this test connector, right? And everything is fine, right? And now save this. Okay, successfully saved. Then first run. So in our solution we came again, go to, let's publish it and export. So we have to export it again, publish. Next, minus export. Okay, so it has successful currently exporting the solution. That was the previous one. So let's give it a minute. It will be updated. Okay, successful. Let's download. So this is the 1.0.0.2. Okay. Let's go to our production environment. So here, let's import, browse. This is the 1.2. Okay. Next. Okay, this is successfully coming. Let's do it. Okay, here you see the connection. The connector is asking for the new connection because the environment to environment we are migrating. So here it doesn't know what type of connection it needed. So we are creating one connection, one SharePoint connection, connection directly cloud-based. Okay, great. Great. Okay, you see, new connection has been created for SharePoint. Okay, great. So refresh. Yeah, we got this. Let's import the connection. It will take a little time to import all the things and set it with all the connection and connectors and environment variables also. So this way, in the meantime, we can discuss like this way we can in the solution. I have already only put only one power automate. Okay, so you can put multiple power automate, power apps, and other things like chat and everything. So then it will would help like in solution. You can create your environment variable, and from when you are exporting it and in adding it in a new environment, all the things with the values it will come, and you didn't need to change both here and there and everywhere else, right? Also, you can create your database tables inside the solution also. So it will help to encapsulate everything. and easier to migrate. Previously, without solution to migrate from one environment to another, we have to migrate one by one. There are lots of clicks and changing values, right? So this is helpful. So it should be done. Let's refresh. It has been successfully added, right? Imported. So we have date demo. Date demo just added. If we go inside our solution, you'll see that you cannot directly edit the objects within a managed solution. If the managed properties for solution objects are set to allow customization, you can edit them from another unmanaged solution. Right? So here, anyone cannot come and change these things like our variables, connection, and anything else. And that will help us to protect our production environment to make anything unnecessary happen. So we can run it as is. We have done it for our dev, so that will work. We can also check. You can see the connections. Okay, the connection is ours. So we have added this connection. So if we run this, have another item, right? Okay, we got another item, right? So it is working fine. So this way we can utilize environment and solution for our development, and it will be helpful for us to manage the application lifecycle and other things. So this was from me today, and if you have any question, you can ask me now, or you can also contact with me with my website or social media. Thank you very much.